when you're bent way down low.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Drop. I'm your host, Paul Turner, and this is where we talk about the Christian music that dropped last week so you can use it in your youth ministry this week. And today is a very odd start to this because I'm going to talk about a band that is part Southern gospel, part a cappella, and part bluegrass music. I'll tell you why in a second, but the band is called Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver.
His burdens and lay them at his feet. They're just too heavy, Lord, and I'm just too weak.
Now, Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver are a traditional bluegrass band, has a little country, has a little acapella. They've been around for a while. Now, why would I recommend such an album to you who work with teenagers? Because your teenagers live in a world surrounded by adults, and possibly you have an older congregation. And this type of music, now look, I'm not saying that your kids won't like it. What I am saying is that sometimes we need music, and music is a fantastic bridge to our adult congregations. And this album can be such a bridge, and let me explain why. In your youth room, if you wanted to play something in your youth room, I totally recommend Burden Bearer. It sounds very contemporary, like a country song might, and some of these songs fit that kind of category, both slow and fast. But if you want to play something, I'd play Burden Bearer because I'm only hooked on bluegrass to some degree by watching Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which was, first of all, an incredible album all by itself. But songs like this resonate with me, and I think it will resonate with your congregation. As far as worship goes, you could have kids who are super talented, can sing well a cappella, maybe could do songs like this, maybe do renditions of songs like this that would really appeal to your adult congregation, especially on a youth Sunday or just as a special to kind of feature the youth in your congregation instead of worrying about doing that crazy, weird video, human video or drama that just is not going to connect with your congregation. These will. Also, you could use, there's also some good Bible study stuff on here as well. Things like Best Friend and You Were Right. Best Friend really talks about John 3:16. It talks about this man who's homeless, talks about, it's very story driven, which makes for a very good song that you can connect with your students on working with people who are less fortunate. But in You Were Right, it really talks about a generational story where it talks about wisdom coming from parents or from grandparents and being passed down through, and then people coming back, younger people who grow older, then say, oh, you were right, you were right. And I think both of these have some artistic quality. It goes into the arts here, where you could do a drama about Best Friend. You could do a drama about You Were Right. And I think, you could do a live action, or you could do a picture story, or using your own kids in photos and take photos of them kind of going through the motions and show that to your congregation. Also, this sounds really weird, but puppets. Maybe you want to do something for your children's church. Well, these songs could be very cool to do a song or to do it in a way that's best communicated with them. And you could use puppets to do that in various situations, whether it's the a cappella stuff or whether it's the story-driven stuff, or maybe it's just a fast song you just want to go in there and do. Because kids, I think, appreciate at younger age. They've not become super judgmental yet, and they appreciate songs from all different kinds of genres, and I think they'd enjoy it. So you could use that as to connect with your children's meeting and connect with your adult congregation. The next album I talk about is the flip of Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver, and it is Json and his new album, Foreign.
This cost you that bam so blessed to carry, and I know that everything else is just secondary, so we stay in our lane.
Now, Jason's been around for a little while. He's put out a bunch of albums, and this album talks about being foreign. And the song Foreign both deals with him going back to St. Louis, where he was from, but also deals with the fact that we are foreigners. We are foreigners in a strange land as believers and as Christian, and that our behavior is foreign to people, that we shouldn't be shocked or surprised when people look at our lives and see us going against the flow of things. All the songs are great on the album. I would recommend Foreign, Oh Yeah, and Whoa. As far as just some beats you want to put on as kids are coming in or at the close of the night. But also I recommend in Bible study, there's a great song called Necessary. And it really talks about why was it necessary for Jesus to die? Why was it necessary for the cross? Why is the blood of Jesus necessary? And that becomes a great kicking off point to talk about the issues of what is necessary. Why was it necessary? And it gets into a great discussion about that. And my third album of the day is vying for album of the year for me so far. I'm a big Switchfoot fan, and their new album is Where the Light Shines Through.
Break the silence and make it a song.
had the privilege of seeing Switchfoot really before they hit it big. And I'll tell you what, their album, Vice Verses, was about as close. When I heard their album, Vice Verses, it was a flashback almost to the first time I heard the Joshua Tree. And that's how I think that's, to me, their best album ever. This album has even more themes that resonate with me, or maybe it resonates even, but let me say this, it resonates even on a broader sense. I think it applies to a lot of people. A lot of people can hear this album and really sense the gospel in it, and really sense the Spirit really kind of moving in it that would really touch people's hearts. The album itself, you can listen to. It's one of those albums that you can listen to all the way through. But the Youth Room songs, my choices are Float, If the House Burns Down, Shake This Feeling, Bull in a China Shop, and Looking for America, and Healer of Souls, all of which are just turned up to 11. They're gonna pop there in your youth room. Worship. There's a song called "I Won't Let You Go," and I think that'd be a great song for just as a closing time, and also for altar time. Both of those I think will work in that respect. It can be used as a song of meditation, a song of reflecting on not letting go of God, maybe having kids holding on to something, maybe give them the cross, maybe give them symbolically, give them a wooden cross and have them reflect on the cross about something that I'm not going to let go of. I'm not going to let go of my faith. I'm not going to let go of Jesus. I'm not going to let go of the cross that he asked me to bear. I'm not going to let go. And I think that becomes a powerful moment for your youth ministry. Bible study-wise, once again, loaded with stuff that you can use. The Day That I Found God, that is pure, straightforward. It is about more of the day I met God in the song is the day I let myself go. And powerful themes there that you can use. If the House Burns Down is another song where you could really examine what you value. What is valuable to you? If you ask people of different generations, if the house was burning down now, what would you grab? Some, if they're younger, would say maybe their video games or their PlayStation or their Xbox One. If you ask older generations, it would be their photo albums and pictures and memories and things like that. And so we really talk about what is valuable to us. What is of value to us today? It's not the stuff, it's our relationships, it's our family. And then Looking for America is Lecrae is on this song, and there could be maybe no more timely song than this to talk about the condition of America. Now, I don't know about your youth ministry. I don't know here in the South, America is kind of a big deal, what America is and people's thoughts on America and what America should be. I don't know how many of your kids focus on the national part of it, of being an American and what that means and valuable to them. But it becomes a great discussion of what kind of country do we want to be? And are we living in that country right now? Are we living in the kind of country, and how do we then make this community, right? A country is a giant community. It's how do we want to live in this thing, and are we living in that community right now? And if we're not, how do we make choices to change those sort of things? It becomes a great discussion, especially I would think with your college career group. This may be that kind of discussion for them to challenge them as they're entering into college or their second, third year college, and they're starting to form even bigger opinions about things, about the way things should be as they get older and what kind of changes they would like to make. Lastly is the song Live Well. And it's just a great song to talk about what does it mean to live well? What does it mean to live in this life and to be productive, to be a productive citizen, to live a life of faith? Lastly, there are, in the arts category, if you want to do something artsy with your kids, if you want to do something, maybe have kids take pictures and send pictures to you of using the song Looking for America. Maybe they see places in their community that need help, that need hope, that haven't been touched yet by the church. And then put it in a slideshow and maybe use this song. There's a link to another video which kind of goes back to the old times, and it kind of shows what America used to look like. I'll put a link there, by the way, in the show notes. If you are looking, I send out a show notes, by the way, to all my subscribers of the Fresh Impact newsletter. There's a link down in the description below if you are looking to sign up for that and get that information. But Looking for America, do that with your kids. It'd be an awesome project. And then Hope is the Anthem could be the opposite side of that, is saying, show me some pictures of where America is getting it right. It could be a picture of a multiracial group of students that got together and they take a picture together. This is what we look like. This is what the hope is, the anthem, right? The hope of the world, talking about hope and faith in Christ, and that hope is the anthem. It's how I live my life. I live my life in a hopeful state. Have them show pictures of hope. What does that look like? And so it becomes a great Bible study, art project, all those things that would be very, very cool to do with your youth ministry. That is it for today, guys. That is the music that has dropped last week. I hope you'll be able to use it this week. If you are not a subscriber, why not? Why are you not a subscriber? Hit the subscribe button right here, and you'll get videos like this in your inbox all the time, not only about music, but also about youth ministry. If you are a regular as usual. I say to you guys all the time, I appreciate you, appreciate your comments. I appreciate all that you guys are doing here. Please leave some comments down below. What do you think about the channel? What do you think about the show? And I respond, and I'm part of this community just like you are, so I always respond to your comments. I hope that you'll be able to use this music in your youth ministry, and I will see you guys next time on The Drop. See you next time.